Hola, hola, good day. I'm gonna do my best not to say I do not have a plan, and I do not have a theory. I know that any good thing that needs to be done, there's a monster that's gonna say you can't do it, and it will do every horrible thing to not let you do that thing. Doesn't matter what it is. And so my spiel, my shtick today is about getting comfortable with your mortality. Because ultimately, if you want to do the right thing, someone's going to say, if you continue doing that, I'm going to kill you. And so that's where we're at. There's no getting what needs to be done if you think that fear is a natural human thing and that you're allowed to be afraid. Same goes for anger. And all that goes back to you have to figure it out for yourself. I can give you all the little nuances about why you don't have to be afraid and how there's no such thing as evil. But then that just means that you have to have a full-on Buddha enlightenment. And most people want to think that they're average Joe, and so they don't go that far. Essentially, what needs to be done is you have to stop using money, you have to stop paying taxes, you have to treat it like a war. Generally or metaphorically or whatever, women and children go to the grandparents, stuff like that. You don't get your own life anymore. The time for vacations is over. We're in a hell. And the only way out of hell is to rather be dead than be in hell. So patience be with us, because we can talk all we want about reform vote and guaranteed livable income, but the real fact is that we're all slaves, and the other real fact is that we're all angels. And so you're being held hostage, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you are complicit in the horror with every cent that's spent. You're enabling this world to continue. And then the ridiculous notion of just stopping using money. Well, yeah, everyone should be homeless now. It's madness. And so that's what I say. If you're in a vulnerable state, then get off the front line. If you are able-bodied and not afraid of dying, then stop doing the things that's killing everything. I love you, and patience be with us all. You are the Buddha. If you want the truth, you can figure it out in your own head. There's no such thing as choice, and that the thought in your head is the only thought that could have been there, and it's been destined forever in this beginningless universe. And that's not just some fancy stuff, it's actual. There's only one thing that exists, and you are a finger of it. So patience be with us. There is no death. What else? Oh, for good posture, just always pretend like you're in water up to your nose. And what else? You know what you have to do. You have to figure out what you are, love truth, because this fear and anger, hostage taking, the button pushing and the directing of people, if you were not afraid, then this aspect of God has to step up its game. And so it becomes less sneaky and more brutal. And so you have to invite the entirety of all that brutality. You invite the devil to do its worst, because death is better than being a slave. It's all logic. And so, no one becomes the Buddha overnight or remembers what they are overnight. So I'm saying these words and hoping that they'll sink in eventually over time. All this horrible stuff is going to continue happening. The New Brunswick, the cops and people who think pride is a virtue. And so patience be with us. because it's all a lie. The cops are crazy, and taxpayers are enabling the whole thing. So it's like there's no one to blame. We were all born into it. At the same time, all those were horrible. And so patience be with us because we're also angels. Love you all.